hitting the heavy bag and everything. Wasn't too impressed with his too much as well, honestly. Um, I seen people in the comments who were saying like, "Oh, that would look strong" and stuff like that. I'm like, I don't see the strength. Just being honest, I don't see it. I don't see what y'all seeing. Maybe I don't know. Although y'all Haney fans, y'all be doing a lot of glazing on the Haneys, a lot of glazing. But we cook them every day, so there ain't no difference. But speaking of the Haneys, though, let's get to this conversation about this man. Robert Garcia came out literally the other day. Robert Garcia comes out and says that Devin Haney is asking to switch Jose Ramirez fight from 144 to 147. And he said Jose signed his contract for 144, but I believe now they are asking for 147, which is fine with us. Jose is a big, tall guy. He's been at 140 for so many years. I think at 147 he will be much stronger. Not having to cut those last 7 pounds, his confidence, his body is going to feel so comfortable. I think it will benefit Jose. And then, of course, Mr. Devin Haney, he responds back and says, "This is false. 144 is the weight. I eat burgers and steak every day. I'm not dieting to make weight." All right, so let me talk about this real quick. So let's get this understood. Now, Devin Haney, you may like I heard some Devin Haney fans speak about Jose Ramirez was the guy that wanted to fight at 144. And then we was on my boy, shout out to Angry White Man podcast. We was on Angry White Man podcast last week where I sent my boy D1 the clip of Devin Haney's interview with Ariel Hawani from after the Ryan Garcia fight, where he said that he's fighting at whatever weight class he wants to fight at. You know he's going to do what he wants to do and everything. You feel me? So this was what Devin Haney quoted, said that he's going to fight at whatever weight class he wants. So all of the fans that was saying that Devin Haney, that Jose Ramirez made the weight for this fight for as a catch weight at 144. That's cat. Devin Haney and his team was the guys that chose this catch weight at 144 pounds. So it goes to my question: since we cooked the whole Jose Ramirez 144 pound catch weight shit, we cooked that narrative that was false, and it actually was Devin Haney that put up this catch weight for this particular fight because they the ones who chose Jose Ramirez in particular. So in general, it comes back. All right, so if Devin Haney's ranked in the WBC as the number one contender at 147, why isn't he fighting this fight at 147 pounds? That's what I'm trying to understand. Just a question. Why does Devin Haney want to fight at a catch weight in this fight with Jose Ramirez when he's a contender at 147 pounds for the WBC right now? Trying to understand the logic. Trying to understand the logic. I know the Devin Haney fans won't have an answer. I know they won't. They never have answers. So understand that Devin Haney chose this weight class for a reason. I'm trying to figure out what's the reason of why he wanted to fight at the catch weight. Like, why not just fight at 147? If that's where you campaigning at, fight at 147. Like the rest of these guys. Ryan Garcia fighting at 147. What y'all rematch is going to be at 147 from what I heard. So if you getting ready with Jose Ramirez, pretty much, because Jose Ramirez is a relentless fighter, relentless pressure fighter. He has a left hook where where he throws the left hook pretty well and stuff. So y'all pretty much getting tailor made ready for the rematch with Ryan Garcia with Jose Ramirez. So the rematch is at 147 with Ryan Garcia. Why the hell is you fighting Jose Ramirez at 144 and the rematch that you got is going to with Ryan Garcia is going to be at 147? Just trying to understand. What type of narrative am I pushing, bro? I'm trying to understand the logic of what some of y'all people be thinking for us this type of shit. I'm just trying to understand. If Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney is fighting the rematch at 147 pounds, why is Devin Haney fighting Jose Ramirez at 144? I'm trying to understand the logic. It makes no sense to me. It's no narrative to pushing this, honestly. Like we see right through what the fuck is going on. Like it's no narrative to push with this VVO. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing about this, bro. There's no narrative to push. It's just the fact that the Haneys, they be moving weird as hell, bro. This is some weird shit. Like, why not fight at 147? Why not fight at 147 if you fighting Ryan Garcia at 147? BVO, you still haven't even answered the question, though. Answer my question. Why is Devin Haney fighting Jose Ramirez at 144 when he's going to have a rematch with Ryan Garcia in the October at 147? They're not fighting at no catch weight. They're fighting at 147 for the rematch. So why is he fighting Jose Ramirez at 144? Love a lot of black fighters. Said Bull Mirror Bill moves weird, not Devin. See, that's the thing. Yes, Bill does move weird. But if Devin's the boss, he should be the one to be able to tell Bill, like, hey, nah, we ain't doing this. What you want to do right there, we ain't gonna do that. But Devin don't have no fucking say-so in his career, bro. He has no say-so in his career, bro. None. Don't even know how to speak for himself. Definitely don't have the gift of gab. Bill has to be the person to talk for him because Devin don't know how to speak for himself. So this is definitely a move that was obviously a Bill Haney move. Definitely. And let me say this too. A lot of the shit that happened with Devin Haney, I don't blame on Devin Haney. Let me put that out there. I don't blame Devin Haney for a lot of the shit that happens to Devin Haney. I blame his father. So a lot of the dislike don't come from just Devin Haney. No, it's Bill Haney. It's his father because his father is clearly emasculating Devin Haney. He's emasculating his son. You feel me? Like he's clearly emasculating Devin Haney, and Devin Haney needs to grow some fucking balls and be like, "Yo, this is what we doing. We're not doing this shit." But Devin Haney don't have the balls enough to stand up to his father. He don't. Just the fact of the matter. Just in a deeper perspective. And I didn't even want to get to this. No, I didn't want to have to put this in that layer. But I mean, I broke it down in this layer multiple times. And just to be honest, like I said before, Bill Haney's clearly emasculating his son. Clearly. You know what I'm saying? And it's a lot of fathers out here emasculating their sons. Brian Norman Sr. emasculating his son. Floyd Schofield Sr. emasculating his son. And it goes into something that I didn't write this down on my shit for my list for my topics today, but I meant to do it though. What's up with these boxing dads, bro? The boxing dads is getting out of pocket right now.